can like you can like mute yourself, right?
I could, but I don't really necessarily want to. But we're letting everything come up. We're doing the Ron Placone thing. We're gonna see who races to get to be first and to actually be live. I'll look
Hmm.
on the restream dashboard. Okay.
That would
So
be RLA. Radical leftist agendas here.
hi everybody.
Noli D's here.
What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Reef is still
Oh,
getting his camera
you doing the bit
together.
connect bit?
It says sending data to Twitch. I see everybody there. Odyssey's online. We are online, all 5 networks, and we're a little delayed on Restream. Oh, you know what? I didn't bring up Restream chat. Ooh,
It's a
see
smart
that?
move. Change. Happy
Catching
Halloween,
stuff.
everyone.
Happy
I hope everyone
Halloween! Wait, okay, now we
I
got to
hope
switch.
everyone is wearing their costumes right now. Now that it's
Hey,
Halloween.
okay, see, Captain, we're on camera. What's up, man? Ah, I love it. I love it. That's great.
Yes, I
That's
am playing the
awesome.
part of Nancy's yacht driver.
Yes. And if
That's
you
what
zoom in,
I've got the Martha's Vineyard
nice.
shipyard,
Nice.
you know.
Welcome,
Yeah.
everybody. Welcome to another wonderful week of How Did We Miss That? We got an awesome lineup of How Did We Miss That type of holy shit stories that nobody's been talking about, really.
Black like a doll's eyes.
What are you talking about?
That's I think that's I think that's the reference Wardeer is making. Uh,
Oh,
you
Wardeer's here.
know,
What's up, dude?
from Jaws.
What's up, Warren? All right, so there's been lots of stuff happening, of course, as always. But we will kind of transmarch this. Welcome, Mix. Oh, what's up, Mix? Wanted to say hello to everybody. I don't know if Alex Davidson, who likes every Substack, is here, but I wanted to give a special shout out to Alex Davidson because he is a loyal Substack viewer, fan, and sharer, and appreciate the hell out of that. Um, so to get to the like formalities about like show stuff, welcome everybody to How Did We Miss That? Which is a show going through a few stories we haven't seen covered anywhere else in independent leftist media, co-hosted with this guy, the Sea Captain Reef Breland from the Doric Discord, and now soon to be Reefer After Dark. But we'll talk about that some other time.
Yep.
So all the stories were featured in our Substack, Leftists.today, and at the top of Independent Left.news, and they were found somewhere between October 24th and October 29th. Wanted to give a shout out to our patrons and Ko-fi supporters. We do have a Patreon page and a Ko-fi page for you guys to be able to hook me up with some coffee. I do run on coffee and buy all the domains and everything else that I do here. Um, I do it all for free. I enjoy it. I love it. But anytime anybody wants to hook me up and hook us up, I really appreciate that. So I want to thank Jared and Eric over at Ko-fi and Richard and Nikki and Les Bones, Radical Leftist Agenda. Thank you so much for your support. Wanted to shout out our volunteers, Nicole, Darlene, and again, special shout out to all the video editors, Wardeer, Mad Maz, Phantomas Phanto, who've been hooking up all of the clips and helping us out with all the projects that we're working on right now, as well as even our Fiverr artist Kinky Tail. I'll give them a shout out too. They've been doing some awesome work for Reef's
Yep.
channel and some other things. So let's see. The podcast is back. I did upload a new episode. I'm one episode behind, but that's an audio version of this show. So you can head over to anchor.fm/independent left news and you can subscribe there. You can find us also by searching independent left.news on Spotify. You can also search How Did We Miss That on Spotify. So I will open up my screen and show you. Here we go. Let me see chat. Not see Joe. Wait, we got 12 people here. What's up, everybody? Arif in Liberia, welcome.
Hello.
Welcome. Eric Thomas, thank you. Hey, what's up, bro? Darlene, hi. Still got an hour. Yep, it's 11 o'clock. It's not quite Halloween there, but Reef's all dressed up and he's ready to go.
Yep.
Invalid, how are you? Bones, Toku, hi, everybody. Welcome on Twitch. Welcome on YouTube. Welcome on Facebook, even though it's a lonely place. I don't know if anybody's actually watching on Facebook. So, this is the top of Leftists today. Published an article, a version this morning. Fell asleep last night, so didn't publish one last night, so you got one yesterday morning. And before that, it was 2 a day for all week prior. And this was a big week. Okay, we saw a lot more strikes.
Yep.
We saw the Assange extradition trial appeal happen. We don't know when there's going to be a ruling. Okay, Franco had a stream with Ali Alexandra, and we're actually going to talk about her article. She's going to be up first tonight, talking about the Build Back Better Act and what's actually in it and what led to it. A bunch of different editions, of course. I think there were 12 in all since our last show, maybe even 14. So there's last week, and you can see that there was a stand up for Assange that was Sunday night, and you had Deere strikes. So all these things that have happened, and I still saw that there were a bunch of things that really, they showed up as articles, but they really didn't appear or weren't covered very much. And honestly, a lot of it got lost due to the Assange coverage, which was deserved. And then, of course, the infrastructure bill, which was not so much because we all knew that was going to happen. But that's where a lot of our focus, of course, at least my focus for the week has been. And there were some stories that even I missed. So in going over the top stories for the week, I then go and I look at our first story, okay, which, hang on, let's do a little for our friends here. All right, so you can see that we had a bunch of different, a variety of really good independent writers. So you had Left Voice, Politify, Robbie Yeager, Caitlin Johnstone, Ben Norton. We're going to do some Tara Reid. We're going to cover Common Dreams, Labor Notes, Unicorn Riot. And the first one tonight is Ali Alexandra, who is a friend of ours and friend of the show. Ali has an awesome Substack, which I encourage everybody to subscribe to. That's alialexandra.substack.com. Her most recent piece is called WTF is Build Back Better Part 1. She actually released a second piece on the same day about Chicago being the same as it ever was. And again, she originally published this on Medium a few days earlier. Hi, Darlene. Thanks for joining on Facebook. So she says, and again, this is a really long article. I everybody needs to go and read this themselves. But in the words of Alex Jones, it's the globalists, and I don't care if you believe in all these people and the World Economic Forum and the Great Reset. And this isn't some hit piece on Biden or Clinton. It's not to suggest that Trump didn't facilitate it. Didn't help facilitate it, at least. Okay, but for the rest of you, there's been a long-standing debate, okay, between she and her father about when it comes to regulation, always in good fun, of course. But when she refers to Biden's Build Back Better agenda, let it be known it's not just suggesting that Biden came up with this. However, she'd be lying when she said that he has been working for decades with many of the people, including Klaus Schwab. Okay, after all, it was Biden at Davos to celebrate the release of Klaus Schwab's Fourth Industrial Revolution book. And here it is. That's in 2016. Okay, and she's done the work. She's done the research. It is a marketing slogan of Agenda 2030. And what does that mean? Okay, New World Order, where stakeholder capitalism, essentially, you will not own anything. Alex Jones for president. I don't know about that, but Alex Jones, again, we've talked about the fact that Alex Jones, we feel like he's kind of an op because 15% of what he says actually has like reality and truth to it. Of course, he declassify everything. Declassify it all. It's globalist. Frogs.
They're turning the friggin' frogs gay.
Okay.
Like, what?
But We love Allie. And Allie, again, has done so much amazing work on this. The origins of Build Back Better, the tsunami recovery, again, getting back into the Clinton Foundation and the UN, and how they funneled billions into Haiti. And in tsunami recovery, wasn't it the two presidents? Okay, yeah, I remember. UN Secretary Kofi Annan appointed Bill Clinton as a special envoy. All right. And special envoys also champion a new kind of recovery that also restores what existed previously but goes beyond. Okay, yeah, Max has been talking about the Great Reset, like you said, Eric. So has Whitney Webb for a long time. Whitney Webb is, to me, one of the authorities on all of the World Economic Forum, Great Reset, the relationships of who knows whom. But let's get back in Ali's article here. While this disaster recovery, it was tailored for tsunamis. Given what we know, the framework has been has been used to address multiple recovery efforts over the years. Okay, and again, using the phrase "build back better," we've shown those. We've seen those threads that show that goes back to 2011 and even beyond. So 2005, Oxfam, various UN agencies, systemic investment in keeping beneficiaries well informed and in grievance mechanisms should also become the hallmarks of future recovery efforts. Wow. Unbelievable. Okay, must promote fairness and equity. And have you noticed how these people are obsessed with the word equity in terms of using it as if it actually means fairness or justice? Really interesting. Allie, Aly, Allie Alexandra is the writer of this article. She's fantastic. Another question for all of you. Have you noticed that these people, like the Clintons and Gates, always let us know that more disasters are ahead? Why in the hell are these people so eager for another disaster? Well, and I don't know if it's necessarily that they're eager, but that they understand that that's going to happen one way or another, and that they might as well be the ones that profit from it. And I think that that's where you get into this disaster capitalism type of environment. And I guarantee you that she's going to talk about that. She's one of the fantastic ones. Oh, there's her name right there. So they keep telling us governments alone are not typically ready for large-scale disasters, and having some kind of plan is involved in a program with financiers and NGOs will, in their world, create better outcomes for countries in future disasters. And again, she's just showing like articles from their publications internally. Yeah, Clinton establishes the need for local governments, yet this entire document establishes a framework to be utilized around the world. It's a template. And who's providing the template? And it depends on good information. So who is that? The Tsunami Recovering Impact Assessment and Monitoring System, TRIAMS, which will be a multi-year process. Somebody wanted to join the stream.
What's the matter? Are you shut in here in the room?
There you go. Information is also necessary to monitor and evaluate the quality of ongoing events in terms of both outputs, e.g., number of schools and houses built, and impact on the well-being of the affected populations. Measuring the underlying quality of the recovery effort, for example, whether in addressing underlying patterns of disadvantage and vulnerability, require a long-term commitment for data collection. That's crazy. So, again, the emphasis on measuring outputs in terms of programs, underlying quality of the recovery effort. They're going to measure that because in any state, to see any kind of return on their investment, they need to monitor the short and long-term progress. It's really capitalizing recovery efforts in some ways. And this is again, this is super long, but and I don't want to go through the whole thing. I could spend. Again, Allie herself did a stream with Franco earlier this week, which you saw featured at the top of Leftists.today earlier this week. So you can get to it by going there. And she spent an hour just talking about this article alone. and it is incredibly in depth. And she's done her research and her homework, and her conclusions are similar to what all of our assumptions about the Build Back Better Act. And this was just part one of her article. Okay, it's the structure of the system and the fact that they're now controlling how the system will be structured for recovery for this. They're going to pick winners and losers, and they're going to make decisions about how these things will be measured as to what's a success and what's not.
Right.
That's really Allie's kick-ass article. Again, she's got, this is on Substack. She's also on Medium. I think the deal with Medium is if you publish there, then you need to publish there exclusively first, and then she can co-publish with after a certain amount of time to Substack, which she did here. She did co-write with Seb Solomon an article back at the end of August about future of healthcare, which again is a super long, in-depth piece, all about the Medicare for All Act, and what the plans are for private insurance, and what their plans are for healthcare outcomes, for nanotechnology, for lots of things that people aren't really talking enough about. So, and Allie's on Discord. Yep. She's amazing. She's in, I think, our Discord. She's in Franco's Discord. She's in several other Discords, so you can definitely get her there too. Cool. So that's the first thing. I don't want to go too far into it because I know that we're only 3 minutes from our reefer break.
Yep. In those 3 minutes, you want to share the next articles with me through Discord, so it's way easier for me to follow.
Wait, I didn't. Did I turn it off?
No. Yeah, you turned it off because it was like super slow. And I had the article, so I was like, oh yeah, I could follow along. And then you're like jumping, I was like, oh, where is he now? Like,
oh, I was just in the one article.
And then this,
okay.
And then Jordy, yeah, no, I know,
hey,
I knew that, but I was like, where exactly in that article,
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
But.
And now I can look at some chat. So this is something else I'm going to try to do a little bit differently. Thank you, Nikki, for putting the thing in chat. I'm going to try to go through more of the story without looking at chat and answering chat, except Darlene, of course. Keep chatting, please. You're distracting me a little bit, but I want to kind of get through these, and then I'll look at what you guys are saying afterwards, like, because it works better for clips. Because as people watch afterwards, they're not watching chat, they have no idea what the heck I'm talking about. It sounds kind of funny. You want me to share my screen with you? Okay, so I will share my screen with you.
Yep. And then I can pop us out, move us up there. So it is back to this room, which right. Yep.
It's just focused on the two of us right now on YouTube, and
yeah, I've got it up. I like, it's just 7 seconds behind,
Oh, it's like the normal 7-second TV delay. It's kind of funny.
Yep.
Very cute cat. Yeah, Kitty, cats rule. Everybody say hi to Kitty. What's Kitty's name?
Jordy, as in LaForge. Yep. He's got a little visor thing going on, But
okay.
Anyway,
I see you setting up something on a phone or on a screen.
To make sure that. Yep, that would be the thing I need in what, 20-30 seconds.
Yep. Is that how long? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So it is kind of Halloween. I had half a mind to do like a Mr. Wilson type of costume where I was gonna have half my face in front of a fence, which I thought would have been pretty damn funny, but I couldn't get the fence fast enough. But it was a good idea. Maybe one of these days.
Yep.
So okay, it is now 12.
You need to get one of those like 20. Defenses for like football. Yeah.
It
is 4:20. Why is my alarm not going? Alarm! Do the thing.
Okay, we don't need the alarm to
I
do
think
the
I might
thing.
have set it for a little late. Yeah, it's just gonna go off here in a second, but I can do this. Am I over here?
Yep,
I
you're
should
over
be over
there.
here, right?
There he
There's
is.
the timer.
There's
This
your
is
timer.
Bong Cam, everybody. I gotta move it here. Ooh. I have the Halloween bong out today. It's this one. Can people see? No, because it's in the regular camera.
No, we're in the bond cam. Wow, that's a real close up of your dome.
What?
So that's pretty
This
funny.
one chugs. Yeah, this is the little scorpion boy.
Oh, check that shit out. That's cool. And yes, it is
Yeah.
on an arm,
Mounted arm,
and it
yes.
does look like there is a new arm mounted this week.
Yep.
Wow.
Same one as Steph Cimarano's, I noticed.
Oh, is it?
She's using it to actually put a mic on. Yep. Yep.
Nice.
But
Okay. So thumbnail. And we will go back to our main. Ah, what is that? It's Steny Hoyer. Yuck. Gross. Now this is exactly. Reef's taking another hit. Oh no, we're delayed.
about to be, yeah. Yeah.
This is exactly what happened, and this is exactly why you see Pramila Jayapal right now out there trying to sell this turd.
Yeah.
Okay, this is
Yeah.
exactly
And
why.
you told me this headline. You told me this headline, and I was like, "Yep, that makes sense." Like, what?
All right, this was 5 days ago, October 26th,
Yeah.
and nobody said a word about it. Really, I find this unbelievable.
If we don't act like we're winning, the American people won't believe it either. Yeah. Yep. Everything is fine.
Nothing
Everything
to
is
see
fine.
here. Please disperse.
Nothing to see here.
So,
Please
Democratic
disperse.
leadership advised House progressives behind closed doors Monday night that they better start acting like they're getting a major win, even if the reality is that it seems on the verge of being gutted, which we all know it was, thanks to an aggressive assault by corporate lobbyists. If we don't act like we're winning, the
Right.
American people won't believe it either. Unreal. Embrace this and have a narrative of success. The platitudes of nothing. Nancy. Thanks, Nancy.
Nancy. Yes, I drove her boat yesterday. It was grueling work. You know how many?
Yes.
Do you have any ice cream freezers you have
An
to clean out?
An initial
It's
$6
ridiculous.
trillion ambition to invest the nation's crumbling physical infrastructure and care economy over 10 years has been reduced to by relentless corporate pressure down to something between 1.5 and 2. Probably about 1.75, about half what they were even 2 weeks ago. They don't even mention that this was originally 16 trillion that Bernie had suggested that we originally needed, but that's another story for another day. Mansion and cinema,
Yep.
mansion and cinema, cinema, mansion and cinema. Okay, so you've got that big pharma, Wall Street. You've got everybody stood against embraced by the CPC. Pelosi suggested to her members that it was time to admit the corporate influence campaign has won the game. Embrace this. How about, so what is there to embrace?
Embrace it.
And what is this new vision of success that they should be touting? Right? As of this writing, because it still keeps getting chopped, the hope for paid family leave had dwindled to just 4 weeks. We know that's already gone. Or perhaps not at all. Now it's gone. Promise of Medicare expansion, serious doubt. That's now gone. Yep. Expanded childhood tax credit is now just 1 year as opposed to 10 or 5 or even 3. That's now gone. But they eliminated childhood poverty, right? Okay.
Yep.
Tuition-free community college, likely out. Yep. Gone. Universal pre-K and childcare remains. But not really. Right. Only as a fraction, means tested into a worrying absurdity. We were just talking about this earlier today with some friends about childcare On climate,
It
again,
really is.
on climate, Joe Manchin, Mr. Coal Baron himself, $400,000 from the fossil fuel industry in donations to his campaign and coffers, and who also banks his personal fortune close thanks to investment in coal.
Yep. I mean, they funded Letterhead to send the oil companies strongly worded letters.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what?
So, zero punitive policies to wind down old stuff. Okay, in August, when it seemed like Democrats might be able to push something through, ha ha, Lucy football. Okay, corporate America launching a massive lobbying blitz to kill key parts. Why? Why does it matter? Why? How can they? It's because of the money. We've got to get the money out. My goodness.
Follow the money, Lebowski.
Over the ensuing weeks and months, that corporate investment to blitz lawmakers has clearly paid off. John Quayle is another one of the really good writers over at Common Dreams. Again, I think that pound for pound, they might be the best writing team out there. They're really, really good. From person to person, I can name 6 or 8 people who are absolutely top notch, and I love this website. Again, they're very optimistic, and I love that they're optimistic, but excellent group of writers. Please support them if you can. They run completely on user funding as well. Jake Johnson,
Yep.
Julia Conley, Jessica Corbett, Brett Wilkins. Again, I can name these people by name because I share their stories almost on a daily basis. Common Dreams is one of the most featured publications. And actually, I'm going to introduce something starting next week. It's going to be, we're going to award the who the publication of the month and who the streamer of the month that appeared the most in the top articles on Leftist.today. And I've been kind of documenting that and keeping track of who's doing what and who's in the lead, and it'll just be interesting to see who makes the most appearances and if they're consistently doing that over time and how that changes. So, again,
we'll send them a giant gold star sticker.
Yep. Thanks again to Common Dreams for contributing to this article. Okay, so next, and like we were talking about, and again, this is part of the Build Back Bullshit section of the website of the show. Let's go to Left Voice. For whatever reason, this is cutting off. Let me move this over.
I think it was our friend Robert Durden who said the Build Back Bullshit plan. I think
a lot
that
of
was
people
him.
have called it that. I've seen, but for sure.
Yeah. That's where I heard it from, at least. Shout
you
out
saw the
Robert
Common
Durden.
Dreams piece from Tuesday. So this was Thursday, and that they betrayed family leave, and yet another betrayal. Ezra Braids reports the Democrats took paid family leave out of the reconciliation bill. This is how they work: put forward progressive promises when running, and then betray them once in office. Which is why I'm so proud to be an independent.
Yep.
Here, Biden betrayed yet another promise, and they're going to, and he lists some of the other promises that have been betrayed: widespread college debt forgiveness, paid family leave, free community college. All of those promises has been betrayed, every single one. The Democrats are playing their favorite game, blaming the Republicans. But the Democrats control 2 of the 3 branches of government, including the executive in both houses of Congress. That they can't pass their agenda should be a sign that it was never really their agenda to begin with. Hell yeah, sir. That's why it's in this one. And again, I didn't really see anybody talking about specifically tossing out the paid family leave portion of this act, which we all know the whole thing is just garbage. At this point, it's a corporate giveaway. It privatizes the roads and bridges. It's not really going to help our infrastructure. And they're talking about 1.75 trillion, but they keep saying omitted that it's over 10 years. You're talking about 175 billion a year. The military budget alone just this year is 7 times the size of that. Come on. So, this is why they initially passed and proposed what appeared to be progressive legislation. They wanted to get out of the crisis fast, rehabilitate the public's view of the government, so they passed a large stimulus bill, got their positive headlines, and now have completely failed to do anything else. And they didn't even pass that large a stimulus bill. I mean, they didn't even give out the $2,000. Where's my $2,000? Joe, I mean, I'm still sending Joe Biden Cash App requests for $600.
It's constant goalpost moving with policy. Like, it's like, yeah, we support this, but we don't support this. But we support this, but we don't. Like, it's like, here's your crumb, and it's gone. Like, you know?
That's actually, I did that exact meme the other day on on Twitter, and I put it up on Twitter and Instagram, and guess what? It got a lot of likes, which is 6 trillion to actually help everyday Americans, and it's got. Again, the Democrats' allies in the bourgeois media are trying to lay these betrayals solely at the feet of Manchin and Sinema. That we know that's the rotating villain, and that it just depends upon who they want, who's got to take the bite out of the shit sandwich today. And Nancy Pelosi partly decides that. Chuck Schumer's going to decide that. To a point, Biden's going to decide that, and the donors decide that amongst themselves. And it's not even up to the senators themselves.
We all know who really gets things done, though. It's the parliamentarian. We all know that they're the most powerful.
I know I voted for the parliamentarian.
Sure. No, it's like now the line's going to be, you just got to vote out Manchin and Sinema, and then we'll be able to do it. Like, some new squad member will show up to do nothing.
We should fight to create our own party. A party of revolutionary workers. A party that truly represents the interests of the working class. A party that is grounded in class struggle and revolutionary theory, that understands the strategic use of elections but doesn't have any illusions about the ability to overthrow capitalism through elections. A party that understands that only organization, cohesion, and discipline will defeat the bourgeoisie. A party that understands that their historical task isn't to pass this or that piece of legislation, but rather to organize for the overthrow of this whole rotten system. Dude, so
yeah, good. The party has done one thing, though. Support for Brandon is at an all-time high.
Let's go, Brandon.
Support for Brandon is way up there.
Let's go, Brandon. Okay, so now that this article's over, be the change. So the deal with Let's Go Brandon is during a NASCAR race about 3 weeks ago, there was a guy who won the race, and everybody behind him was yelling, "Fuck Joe Biden." And it was really clear what they were yelling. But the announcer said, well, everybody's really excited about your win. It sounds like they're saying, "Let's go, Brandon." And it just became a thing. Like, because corporate media, they put it on TV. They didn't bleep it out or anything. And yeah, it was just fuck Joe Biden. I mean, it was super loud and it was clear as day, and it's just taken off. And it became the number one hit. And it got censored.
Now there's a song, and it got censored. Someone made a song about, but it's just "Let's Go Brandon." That's all you need to say. Everyone knows what you mean.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, "Let's Go Brandon" just means fuck Joe Biden from now on until eternity. Brandon Routh merchandise up 300%. I didn't even know the guy's name, and I'm a NASCAR fan. I had no idea what that cat's name was until this thing. Seriously. Oh, sorry. I'm thumbnailed out. All right.
I'm gonna get my Brandon Ruth commemorative plate.
All right, Warren. And for our friend Veritas, WSWS, they do put out some good stuff, and I did mention George Galanis, who's one of the better writers there, and I'm a big fan of his work. And now we move into the second section, which is labor continues to push back. Anger grows over John Deere's workers over the UAW's plans for poverty strike pay. $275 a week beginning the third week of the strike, less than the federal minimum wage of $7.25 an hour.
Crazy.
More than 10,000 striking Deere workers in Iowa, Illinois, Kansas, Georgia, Colorado rejected that tentative agreement backed by the UAW by more than 90% margin on October 10th. The 6-year agreement backed by the union and company included raises below current inflation rates and the removal of pensions for new workers. This 275
Fight
isn't enough,
for your
obviously.
whole loaf of bread.
This is unbelievable. So 275 isn't enough. People are asking when we're going to get our first check. Holding them out like this is going to cause a lot of issues for people who need to pay car payments, rent payments, etc. So again, the low level of strike pay planned for workers is not because of the UAW apparatus is hurting financially. According to the union's LM2 filing, they had net assets of over $1.1 billion last year and a strike fund of over $790 million built with worker dues money. It's just sitting there. That is infuriating. Of course, in 2018, UAW international officers awarded themselves 30% pay increases at the union's quadrennial convention. In 2020, as COVID ravaged plants and factories, UAW President Roy Gamble received the top pay of $244,772 in salary and expenses. Number 2 was Ray Curry, then Secretary Treasurer and current UAW President, at $236,608. Top 17 UAW officers grossed more than $200,000 each last year. There's a little bit of cash, but again, you're talking about a strike fund of $790 million. Why aren't they paying more than $275 per worker?
No clue.
This makes no sense.
Yep.
Hundreds of officials at the misnamed Solidarity House headquarters will continue receiving paychecks averaging in the thousands of dollars a week. And they break it down to how much they're making. The officially reported incomes of UAW executives and international reps are just one portion of the privileges and wealth accruing to these upper middle class layers. And this is where a lot of people have problems with World Socialist website because they're deemed anti-union, which they are to a point, but what they want is the rank and file workers to organize into their own committees and not rely on executives to grease the pockets of the executives at the top of the companies, and it becomes a boys network or a whatever you want to call it, an executive network, an elites network. All right. The idea of starving us out is happening. It's a lot quicker than I thought it would be honest. I feel like there are just way too many small flaws in the system, and people are starting to crack the face that the happy face the union's putting on Facebook. Deere worker from Waterloo commented on the history of UAW's history of corruption. I'm a 17-year dues-paying member. Remember when they borrowed from the strike fund for Dennis Williams' condo box at Black Lake? Now he's in jail. That's right. They're intent on ending the strike, and that's the other thing, is that the union always is intent on keeping people working and keeping the company happy as well as the workers, of course, because the workers are happiest when they're working, when they're receiving adequate pay, and when they're receiving adequate benefits, and when they're receiving proper vacation and time off and overtime and all of these things. And again, it starts with a living wage. Talking about Dana Inc. also. Dana's another massive auto parts provider where voters voted by 90% on a UAW and United Steelworkers sellout contract. Every contract that they say that signed by a union is a sellout, whether it's UAW or anybody else. The Carpenters Union signed a sellout agreement last week. Despite their efforts to keep Deere strikers isolated and place them under significant financial pressure, workers remain in a combative mood. Understood. Understandable. I think most are fed up and will not fold. I think this goes through Thanksgiving. They're losing $30 million a day during the strike, somebody said. Or are they here? So again, To learn more about joining the rank and file committee, there is an email address that these guys are trying to help organize, or a text message, and they have a form here for anybody that wants to help support that. Again, George Galanis is one of the better ones. I'm a fan of his writing, and he's laying down facts in here that I did not know. So this is a really useful article. So thanks to WSWS for always being a top contributor to Leftists Today.
Yeah.
Cool.
Speaking of which, I know Status Quo has been out there covering that strike. If there's anyone else in that area, feel free to take your phone out there and just ask them questions.
Well, not just that area. They're in 6 states right now. That's just he's just in Indiana right now. He went to Indiana, now he's in Buffalo, and he's traveling with the India Walton campaign and following her around, which is admirable.
Go out there, bring those guys some water and gals. Like, and help if you're there,
and talk to them and interview them and get them on camera and do some of that work if you can. I mean, by all means,
send us the video.
I'm not in it. Yeah, send us the look. I'm happy to put it out as Indie Left. We'll put it out through the Reaper After Dark channel. We'll put it out through somebody's channel. We've got some friends out there. So
whoever,
the next story again is going to continue. Our labor continues to push back. From Labor Notes, Alexandra Bradbury, letter carriers resist after dark delivery. Thank you, Amazon. This is due to Amazon, okay? And now, because of Louis DeJoy, our wonderful Postmaster General, who is trying to destroy the Postal Service in order to help out his cronies and his buddies, okay? Once upon a time, nip in the air, crunch of leaves underfoot, meant peak season for shipping. Those were the old days. Since COVID hit, peak season never stops. But under the staffing holiday rush, dwindling daylight can only intensify the crisis of understaffing and overwork at the USPS, where speed up and harassment are management's go-to when it can't or won't hire enough people to get the job done. Again, this is written by Labor Notes, so this is definitely written from the labor perspective. You've got quotes here. Try doing anything after dark. Try cutting the grass. Yeah, maybe you can get it done, but it's a whole hell of a lot easier when the sun's out, isn't it? Okay, so they're already being hounded to deliver the mail long after sunset. They start early too. So Chicago carriers are so understaffed that every day about 100 routes go partially or completely undelivered. Wow. Management denies this. So the union started tallying the data to prove it. Stewards in every post office send daily reports to the branch headquarters where spreadsheets compile. Wow. Really, Amazon has been dictating the pace. Like I said, Sundays they call Amazon Sundays. When we go in, that's all we're delivering.
Yep.
Here. Day 8 in a row of at least 11 right now, including Saturdays and Sundays. Again, labor shortage, and now the federal minimum wage is $15 an hour for federal employees. I will say, Biden did do that. It's still not enough because letter carriers were already making more than that to begin with. They pushed back against the long hours with collective action. Once everyone individually filled out the form to register a safety hazard, recently buoyed by an agreement by the rural carriers and management that delivery after 8 should be avoided, 4 out of 5 carriers declined to take a last round of packages out that hour. And we didn't face any discipline. The postmaster didn't ask to see the statement from the union and pointed out it doesn't say never, it just tries to avoid, right? So, again, excellent article. This, again, is talking about two-tier system. NALC settled this contract that made no dent in two-tier. Which is the two-tier wages. Entry-level postal carriers make much less than entry-level UPS drivers. Yet the prospects for, well, again, The difference is that you're a paid federal employee, right? And I believe, right? You letter carriers, are they federal employees? I think they get federal benefits. Maybe not. I know their pension fund is funded better than any corporation in the history of mankind, thanks to a mandate from Congress, which is why they're trying to kill the post office to begin with and say that it's losing money, when the truth is that it's just funding a pension fund 75 years forward, which no other organization in the history of mankind has ever been mandated to do. But Congress controls what the USPS has to do. So,
And speaking of which, everyone sees their mail person bring mail. They see their UPS guy. They see all those people pretty frequently if they're getting stuff mailed to them. Tell them about these things, that there are strikes happening for these reasons.
and the other thing
Leave a
is,
little note in the mailbox.
when I see them, I say, "Hey, man, I appreciate what you're doing," and I stay, solidarity
Yeah.
with you, with you at all times. Like they don't know that people even know. Again, because for the most part, they're invisible to too many people. It's sad.
All the mail people in my neighborhood bring dog treats, like little dog cookies for all the puppos in the area. And every Christmas, I get them like a big box of like dog treats. Everyone that comes over, get a big box of dog treats, just because I'm like, hey, you guys do this for us. I'm gonna make sure you're covered on this,
Yep.
Like, so, but yeah, I mean, mutual aid to those guys is super, super cool in my opinion. They need a bunch of help. And like, if you live in, a lot of people don't know, some of those trucks don't have AC, like are designed to not have them. And if you're like down here where it's 90 degrees frequently, give that guy water when he shows up. Like, it's like whatever you can give to those guys, they're all appreciative. So
Alexandra is the editor of Labor Notes. Really good publication as well. Go to your freezer if you haven't already, because it's
I
time.
didn't do that. It's what are you, Bruce Buffer?
Oh wow, look at that! I can actually see you on Boncam. Go to the freezer. That's funny. Cool.
Nice. Can you see Cat up in this shark?
No,
shark
it's pretty
thing,
small. It's pretty small. I can just see an object moving in the screen in a big sea captain's
here, well, let's do
thing.
Let's do that. You see?
Oh, okay.
That shark bed? Yeah, he's chilling in there.
Ah, nice.
The cat.
Sure.
So, but yeah, I like how I have a crane camera in my. That's how my production goes.
Yep, a crane camera hooked up to a bong. So it's time for a JaegerBomb.
We roll around here.
And this is a JaegerBomb that most people didn't see.
Yep.
Friend of the show, Robbie Yeager.
And every time we do a article from him,
Politify News,
I enjoy a double of Jägermeister in honor. And we've already been through a fifth, so I now bought a larger bottle.
I love it, but you're on the wrong camera. We're still on Boncam.
Oh, am I?
Yeah.
But you can definitely still see like we're probably gonna get copyright for the bottle front, right? When we get that big.
I don't think there's copyright on that, is there? DMCA stuff?
For Twitch, this is just brown liquid. Purplish brown liquid in a bottle.
Okay, perfect.
Don't worry about it, Twitch.
Right. So Robbie Yeager, who lives in North Carolina and has been reporting on the Colonial pipeline spill for more than a year, has been out front on this for a long time, and he noticed, and he's constantly updating what's happening. This is a pipeline that is owned by the Koch brothers and I believe Chevron, and it controls a lot of the gasoline that flows to the southeast. I don't know if you remember earlier this summer or in May, there was a shutdown of this pipeline and there were gas shortages all over the southeast. You might have even experienced it yourself, Reeve. So,
Yep.
so notice of continuing violation to Colonial Pipeline last week. They've got, it's right now, I think, either the second most or the largest oil spill in the history of the United States, or gasoline spill. And it's still continuing, I believe, to leak at this point and to spill. All right, their last estimate came in the first quarter of this year, and every time they come up with a new assessment, they revise it upwards by like tenfold. So heaven knows how many that we're going to get next time. So estimating a new number would require all cleanup operations to cease, and as such, the company has refused to provide one. So, according to the
Right.
notice, Colonial has repeatedly asked for extensions to provide regulators with the laundry list information they required as part of previous violation notices. With each passing deadline, Colonial has provided only a fraction of what's been asked for them. No surprise there. Again, everybody, please subscribe and go read Robbie Yeager's stuff about this. This is absolute corruption that's happening where regulators are not paying attention to what's happening. And this is a local North Carolina DEQ. And then you've got federal regulators on top of it that are just looking the other way and either taking Colonial's word for it or just ignoring the problem entirely. Problem of the volume of the petroleum release is vital to understanding the magnitude of contaminant impact, improving the accuracy of projected remediation timeframes, and tracking changes in contaminant mass and or mass discharge over time, while also providing important metrics for assessing remediation progress. The notice concludes that failure to comply with the state's rules in the manner and time specified may result in the assessment of civil penalties and or the use of other enforcement mechanisms available to the state. Each day that a violation continues may be considered a separate violation, which is great, except that they have not been willing to enforce any violations so far. And that is part of the thing that's been frustrating to me personally, and I'm sure to Robbie and everybody else, like Comrade Misty, who's been all over this story as well. And I actually want to thank Misty. Back in April, I remember we were trying to raise some awareness to get some light on Robbie's story, and I did some graphics. Misty had put out the call to, hey, can anybody put together some animated graphics and make some things. Robbie's got this amazing slideshow that shows everything that happened, and when I started to look at the research that he'd done, I was amazed. And again, there's like 2 stations locally in North Carolina that have picked this up. The Vanguard's caught it. I know that Lee Camp has covered it. I think even Jimmy Dore may have covered it once a while ago. But this thing is ongoing. It's never stopped. And again,
I know Unicorn Riot has been out there on the protests there, and
have they? Yeah, cool.
So yeah.
Okay, so again, it's a 5,500-mile pipeline. So, despite condemning it as a risk to both public and environmental safety, with the potential for catastrophic failure throughout, which provides nearly half the southeast U.S. with gas, federal regulators quietly settled the matter with the company after a short investigation, with the result being as long as they cooperated with the terms of the agreement, which they helped broker, they wouldn't face any monetary penalties or further litigation. State regulators, on the other hand, seem to be digging in on a much different strategy, making their investigation a protracted, slow affair in which North Carolina DEQ is requiring them to either publicly disclose even the most minute details of the spill before making any such agreement, which is the right thing to do. And thank goodness for Robbie. And what I can't believe is that there are only 2 likes on this article, and that's shameful. And I hope that everybody here, I'm going to put the link in chat right now.
Wait. Yeah, everyone give that a like. Where's my Where's my thing so I can just give it
I
a
got
like?
it. I'm dropping it in. So everybody give that a like, and if again, you can check it out for free. If you can paid sub to Politify, please do. He does make some um kind of gated, but he's also a father. He's got a full-time job. He's doing this on the side, and we got to support his work. He is an independent journalist, and he does report out in the field. Robbie's part of the MCSC network, part of Nico House's family, and we appreciate his work and his friendship and his support. He's awesome. So go to Jaeger.substack.com, Politify News. Reef did his JaegerBomb.
Yep, I did a double, in fact.
All right, so now we've got a new entrant into the Substack game, Ben Norton, a relatively new entrant. Everybody's got a Substack these days, right? So,
yeah,
Ben Norton, and I'm sure this at some point will probably make its way into the gray zone, but he decided to release this on his own Substack. Again, how does Ben Norton's Substack only have 3 likes? What? Probably people don't know about this yet, but because I follow him whenever he does new stuff, it said, hey, maybe you want to check this out. This is an unbelievable story. Again, that was anybody really talking about this? I mean, it's not really that surprising, but it's like Facebook. Algorithm promotes right-wing politicians and media outlets. U.S., Britain, Germany, Japan, France, Spain, Canada. Again, this is an in-depth article. BenjaminNorton.substack.com. I encourage everyone to go there. Promoting U.S. state. Okay, I've extensively Ben's one of the best. I mean, one of the cleanup hitters on the All-Star team for sure. All right. The Twitter relies on Western government finance regime change groups, suspending journalists and activists in Venezuela, Syria, Iran, Russia, China who criticize Western foreign policy. Yet he's just documenting it, and he's just bringing receipts and hitting home runs. Right-leaning news outlets see greater algorithmic amplification on Twitter compared to left-leaning news outlets. Surprise, surprise. And this is really interesting when you look at the breakdowns. And again, highly encourage you to go take a look. I don't want to go through the entire thing, but what you'll find is that it definitely skews to the right. And of course, even the Democrats skew right. So everything in there in the United States is really skewed right. The analysis only looked at Republicans and Democrats. Right. And while the Democratic Party cannot be by an objective metric be considered a left-wing party, and is reality center right-wing, their study found that even the more extreme right-wing GOP is slightly more amplified on their platform. Unreal. And again, this extends to foreign countries. Canada's center-left Bloc Québécois is the most promoted party, but then the Conservatives come in close second place, much more heavily amplified than the NDP and centrist Liberals. In Japan, the JCP is most hurt by Twitter's algorithm, the communists.
Yep.
Now, AFD, I know are far right, but here, Die Linke in Germany is also suppressed. Ben Norton, awesome. Congrats on your new Substack. Glad to see you jumping in that game also. And welcome to How Did We Miss That? Because most people did clearly by the 3 likes. So everybody needs to get over and give Ben Norton Substack a like. And along the gray zone
I can post that link in chat.
Yep. And that the theme of that article in my mind is the bias always swings right. All right. What's up, Reef? So now we're going to move over to, while we're on the theme of the gray zone, another friend of the show, Alex Rubenstein, just put out a brand new article this week that I think a lot of people missed. That George Soros and Reid Hoffman, I think it is, from
George Soros.
Yep. George Soros and Reid Hoffman. Now, we talked about Soros last week with his infiltration into leftist media, and the Sunrise Movement, and how he's buying his way into, with charitable foundations, into what are considered to be left organizations.
The lizard person. Yeah, George Soros. Yeah.
Yeah, that dude. Well,
sorry, I'm still thinking of Alex. You know.
So George Soros teaming up with Reid Hoffman, who also was, I believe, the founder of LinkedIn, financed a Facebook disinformation operation that framed Russia for meddling in the U.S. elections. They're now creating a new organization called Good Information Inc. to fight, quote unquote, disinformation. Wait, what? 2 billionaires launched Good Information Inc., a public benefit corporation to serve as a conduit of funds to newsrooms that cut through the echo chambers with fact-based information. Right. It describes itself as a civic incubator aimed at fostering and financially backing projects that counter disinformation where it spreads by increasing the flow of good information online.
Yep.
My goodness. I mean, absolute propaganda factory. What exactly is good information? That the good information resides exclusively on the page's established media outlets with billion-dollar budgets, lamenting on its website that 185 million Americans don't trust traditional media. Right. So Soros has weaponized.
Wasn't Soros also part of Correct the Record? Wasn't he connected
that was
to
David
that too?
Brock. That's David Brock and Sally Albright, and I think the Clinton family. I don't think Soros.
Yeah.
He might be. I mean, he's got his fingers in everything, so it wouldn't be a surprise. But continuing his anti-communist crusade into the 21st century, he sponsored color revolutions and information warfare campaigns against designated U.S. enemies from Hong Kong to Syria to Russia. Okay, and again, Alex does tremendous work. This is, again, a really long piece. You can see that I've got a ways to scroll down if I want to go to the bottom. Okay, in how did they sow the seeds on the Russiagate stuff? Okay, Senate report on $100,000 of Russian ads sent U.S. media into a frenzy. Its authors, meanwhile, have since been exposed for spending the same amount on a Russian-style op to swing a Senate race. Right. That's the one with, I'm guessing in Massachusetts with Alex Morse. Nope, Alabama black op. Dmitry Melhorn has called for his efforts to mirror the tactics of Russian IRA troll farm. This IRA Facebook ad is clearly worth emulating. Right. Again, please go read this at the Gray Zone. I don't think that very many people saw this. There was a lot going on this week. This is a big article. It's one of Alex Rubinstein's first, I believe, in the Gray Zone. And he even published another one there later this week. Maybe. I know he had one on his Substack. Here we go. Here. The right way to eat candy corn. Seriously? The Courier Newsroom. They're part of the Good Information Network, I guess. That's hard hitting. Challenging in the status quo narrative. Good Information will be led by an advisory board heavily made up of former Obama alumnus, Democratic Party apparatchiks, united in their hunger for control over the American information ecosystem and zeal for censoring ideological opponents. Brilliant stuff, man. Great writing. Great writing, Alex. And he does a deep dive on all these people and who they are. They're all neolib corporate shills. Okay, many of these board members have seized on the narrative, spun out by Facebook pseudo whistleblower Francis Haugen to advance their agenda. All right, Tara McGowan has insisted the initiative could make investments in entities across the political spectrum. She noted to the Bulwark as an example of the type of right-leaning outfit they could fund potentially. But Project for New American Century, yeah, bad stuff. What?
Any relation to our friend Rose?
No, I would hope not.
Dang. I was hoping more McGowans like her would show up. So.
Yeah, but good information is more than just another partisan op. It is a domestic echo of the aggressive information warfare operations that billionaire activists like Soros and Pierre Omidyar have sponsored abroad, usually alongside U.S. intelligence cutouts in the service of imperial goals. And this time the target is the American public. We are patrons and supporters of the Gray Zone. We're subscribed to Alex Rubinstein on Substack. Big fans of these guys. Independent reporter. At Real Alex Ruby, RUBI on Twitter. Definitely give him a follow. Help him out. Support him. And let him know you saw it on How Did We Miss That? That'd be cool too. So, we've only got a couple of more stories left, thankfully, because I know it's getting kind of late.
Yep.
Somebody was mentioning earlier something about Unicorn Riot on a call that I was on. Reef is freezing up a lot. Are you?
No, I think it's not me, but is it me?
I think it might be my.
Oh well, they might be the
Discord or my.
Yeah, I think it might just be the whole.
I'm going for 60 frames per second. I probably should reduce that. Yeah, I see that you're choppy. Hold on, let me. I don't want to mess.
Oh, I'm choppy.
Yeah, you're choppy, but you're not on my screen. It's interesting. It's just got to do with, I think just how many things that I have running right now.
Oh, I'm like coming out of. It might be your internet too.
Yeah, it probably is. It might be my bandwidth that you're choppy with. Sorry everybody if that's the case. Hopefully you can hear his audio. I do see that you seem to be kind of frozen on screen.
Yeah, I think our audio's okay, but when we go to boats, we might turn your Discord off, and that might save us some bandwidth.
I'm not seeing anything on the restream screen right now. That's really weird. I know that it's there, streaming monitor. Let me go back to that. Anyway, Unicorn Riot, who again is one of the best independent news organizations out there. Hi everybody. Hi Noli. Valerie, welcome. Hi everyone. Unicorn Riot, private mercenary group, targets, assaults, and detains anti-police protesters in uptown Minneapolis. Please support these guys' work. They do some unbelievable work. Am I seeing this? I don't know if you guys are seeing this. Please tell me what you're eating candy corn. Oh, that's really funny. So they have an 8-minute video talking about this, but they do write about it before CRG. Talking about killing Winston Smith on June 3rd. Justice for Winston Smith. Okay, protests erupted in downtown. Weeks of continued demonstrations occurred along with an aggressive police response. And on the night of his death, fires were lit in the street and rows of hooded youths ransacked Westlake T-Mobile after police pulled up with their laser sight shining at the crowd and violently arrested several protesters. So, again, this is where they were using, looks like drone photography of some kind, because they have some really nice overhead shots.
Unicorn Riot does have a few of those, I think.
So 2 days after the car attack,
I remember.
Yeah, 10 days after Smith was killed, 35-year-old Nicholas Krause attacked the protest site with his vehicle by driving at high speed through several barricades and into a car on Girard Avenue and Lake Street. killing Deanna Marie and injuring others. Cross was charged with murder at his next court date. Oh wow. I wonder why. I wonder if that's like this thing going on with my iPad being choppy.
Maybe.
I'm gonna take Reef off the screen for a second, and I'm gonna move him to a different one. Let me see if I see him here now. Not wrong one. Now he's overlaying it. There we go. Let's see if that's any better. I now have to move him a little bit, though. There we go.
Blue steel, I can only look left.
No, you're good. You're good. Let's see if that improves the choppiness of the stream at all. Are you voguing?
Yeah.
Oh,
no,
I just lost the ability to see chat, but that's all right.
I got chat for us.
I got Reef's face. Well, at least most of Reef. Actually, you're good. You're a little zoomed in here, so I'd have to fix this and show. Okay. Yeah, it's like a portion of your screen is showing, not all of it. I have to zoom you out if you want to see the rest.
I mean, is the thing that makes sure that my eyes aren't super squinty when I'm high working?
No.
The plug-in I put in? No? Okay.
No, you know what it is? I'm not adjusting the right size box. Because it is...
You will eat candy corn live? Wordy, are you a candy corn, like, are you good with the candy corn? Or like, what's everyone's candy corn opinion in chat?
I'm a candy corn eater, personally.
Yeah. Oh, can you do the pumpkins? Do you think the little pumpkins are better than the candy corn?
I actually do like the candy corn pumpkins, personally. Why is this doing this?
Yeah.
Okay,
I mean,
I'm trying to fix this.
what's your favorite Halloween candy, though? Like,
oh, it's definitely like the Nestle Crunches and the Kit Kats. I go for those.
Those are good choices.
I go for both of those.
I'm a Kit Kat fan too. Reese's are might be up there. The Three Musketeers I'm a fan of as well. Though sometimes they've gotten a little sweeter than I remember them being.
Sorry guys, I'm talking about like we have like a serious article here about like people killed by police, and we're talking about freaking Halloween candy. I'm sorry. And especially with Nolly being here with Police Accountability Report. Everybody go check out Police Accountability Report. She also works with the Real News Network. So please, yeah, I don't even see Bond Cam right now. I don't know what's going on with this thing. I have to fix all this later. No. It's just the screen that I have for you is cut off, and I'm only seeing the top right corner, top left corner of your screen.
Okay.
That's what's showing up, but hopefully it's a little faster, and Eric Thomas or somebody will be able to tell us if the stream's a little less choppy now for Reed. CRG Arise. So who's CRG? Wait, I missed that. Let's scroll up. CRG. Before CRG. Who is CRG? Conflict Resolution Group. Has not generated many headlines in the press, yet it's a private security firm run by ex-mercenaries and hired by property owners, assaulting, threatening, and surveilling community members while providing armed patrols in uptown Minneapolis. What? Private security firms. Atlas Aegis. There was backlash that kept them away from guarding polling locations. Guarding, right. But now the mercenary boots are actually on the ground, with CRG confronting and dismantling a protest and encampment following the killing of Winston Smith, and with their abusive interactions, and with activists and passerbys alike, there has been a dearth of coverage. Okay, they're federally deputized agents in a task force, right? Killed him. Weeks of continued demonstrations occurred. And again, this is before CRG. 10 days after he was killed, again, Nicholas Krauss was run down. 2 days after the car attack, Minneapolis police cleared barricades around the protest site. Why? community-run memorial garden named the Wince Marie Peace Garden was then erected on Lake Street and Girard Avenue and self-managed by those seeking justice. The Peace Garden had repurposed the vacant lot that barely sustained patches of grass into an ongoing vigil site showcasing vegetable gardens, protest slogans, free meals, and was a functional home for a number of community members. So, of course, what did they do? What did they do? CRG arrives during eviction, led by We Push for Peace, and started throwing people out and having them arrested. Bulldozed and trashed everything the protesters could not carry with them was bulldozed and trashed. Fucking asshole. As the eviction was happening, the men who had said they were there making a music video showed up dressed in fatigues with vests and helmets on, many donning pepper spray, firearms, zip ties, and glow sticks. What a surprise.
Yep.
Terrible. Again, did you hear about this?
I have not heard about this.
I didn't hear about this.
Nope.
Private security bulldozing a vigil. Look at this. Here's a series of photos captured the day before all of it was gone. Look how fucking sad that is. Oh,
yeah.
Oh, please don't open my DMs, Twitter. Please don't open my DMs, Twitter. What are you doing?
It's always open, but at least it opens first. So, like, wait there for it. And if it's open, okay, I think you're good. Oh.
Come on. They bulldozed this. Bulldozed this. Why?
Oh, for sure, Eric. Because there wasn't any, anyone protecting it. And like, what? It's a guys. They're growing basil. Like, what? Like, let them just do good things.
Activists. This is again. Go to Unicorn Riot. Look at this. It's a long piece. Concrete barriers, fencing, surveillance, razor wire. Sheesh.
Yep.
Unreal. Yeah, installed at the top of the fencing on October 10th, the day before the announcement that no charges would be filed against the unnamed killers of Winston Smith.
Yep.
Jeez. Give them a follow at UR_ninja on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Vimeo, Instagram, Patreon. Support their work, please, if you can. Tax-deductible donation. I believe they're a 501c3. Next. Two more. Friends of the show, both. Ah, no, I just closed that thing. Hold on. Bookmark.
Control-Shift-T. Control-Shift-T.
I got it right here.
Control-Shift-T will bring up the last thing you closed.
Oh.
Command-Shift-T.
Good to know. So.
Yeah.
Friend of the show, Tara Reid.
Now you know, kids. Tara,
who published a very interesting op-ed in RT this week, who she writes for, one of the publications she writes with and for, asking a very interesting question, is that why exactly are Trump's records from January fair game, but Biden's decades-old Senate files not? Okay. She's the author of Left Out, When the Truth Doesn't Fit In. Follow her on Twitter at Reed Alexandra. So again, please go here and I will put the link. Reef will drop the link in chat. We will also that'll be in the description, the show description after we're done. I just didn't want to give everyone the link so you can all run away. But I know you're not going anywhere now. You've been here this long. Roman Empire had its own megalomaniacs, and the United States is no different. Okay, curious. Congress and the White House are trying to hold on to every ounce of profit and power squeeze from its citizens' labors in a manner not dissimilar to Caesar. As such, I have no interest in defending oligarchs, Republicans, Donald Trump, or Democrats, and they certainly do not require it. Totally agree. However, the Department of Justice, working on behalf of Joe Biden like a litigious Praetorian Guard to go after certain individuals, is a political hypocrisy deserving of criticism. So Judicial Watch, joined by other media groups, is suing the University of Delaware to open up Joe Biden's Senate files to the public. In those files may be the written sexual harassment complaint that she filed with the Senate and notes regarding the events in 1993. Biden donated his voluminous collection of almost 2,000 files spanning the last 3 decades for safekeeping to his alma mater in 2012. And the case for opening the files is now awaiting a decision from the Delaware Supreme Court.
Yep.
This is not a right-wing thing. This is a public records thing. This is a Me Too thing. We fully believe and stand with Tar Reid. Okay, again, please read it. Another distraction, the press healing to their corporate overlords are gleefully reporting is the search of a house they thought belonged to Oleg Deripaska that actually belonged to a member of his family. They report that he's close to Putin, but this is just a well-trodden meandering path to resurrect the Russia meddled in our elections trope.
The Russians yelled at me.
Okay, Deripaska's slightly sarcastic response to the FBI raid was so amusing that she laughed out loud as it reminded her of something that her equally sardonic great-grandmother would have said. What mind-blowing sums of Putin's money did you find yesterday in those abandoned houses? Did you grab and enjoy the jam that went off in the pantry or the vodka? Like the Bolshevik dogs used to do their searches? I'm so sick of these fucking jokers.
Oh, that was my Putin money. I left it. God, I'm glad they found it.
All right. Love Tara.
Yep, me too.
I got a cough. Hold on.
Me too.
Sorry, everybody.
Do you
Throat's getting dry.
Do you move away from the mic to breathe? Do you know what that's from?
Mic I'm using.
You ever seen Chocolate Rain? You ever seen Chocolate Rain?
No.
Do you know that? I got to show you that. Chocolate Rain.
Last story. Caitlin's Corner. You know we haven't done a Caitlin Johnstone story yet tonight, so Caitlin's Corner is the finish. It seems like we're always wrapping up with Caitlin because she's amazing and we love her to death. And there are just some absolute monsters in here. Hi, Caitlin.
Why are you trying to scare us so hard on Halloween?
The Democratic Party will always be this way. I love her so much. She's so great.
I love the guy who went after Manchin in the kayak, took his kayak out to his yacht. What a move. Yeah. I love that. Yeah. Do that more.
This is like Deep Thoughts with Jack Handy. Oh, that's why. Yeah. There's the rest of Reef. Hey. Now we
did you fix it?
I'm fixing it now.
How did you fix it?
I'm resizing the window.
Now I can move back to a normal sitting position.
Yes.
Not
I fixed
up
it.
Here in the
corner. Yay.
Proud of you.
I've got mail. Okay. Putin took my lunch money. Yeah. Okay. Thank you for doing that. Get that out of here. All right. So, last story. And I love this. This is like Deep Thoughts with Jack Handy. Deep Thoughts with Caitlin Johnstone. Yeah. Chevron, the actual corporation, just sent the lawyer to prison for standing up to the fossil fuel industry, and now British judges are weighing whether or not to send a journalist to a U.S. jail cell for practicing journalism or publishing.
Yep.
Western nations need to shut the fuck up about human rights in other parts of the world. Oh, so good. Just dropping bombs.
Ouch. Ouch.
So everybody, please go to. Yeah, we're also supposed to pretend it's fine and normal that the most important press freedom case of the century has been proceeding without the presence of the defendant. He asked to appear in person. The request was rejected, Stella says.
Yep.
And that the medication had nothing to do with it. He appeared on camera for part of day 1. He did not appear at all on day 2. Free Julian Assange. Now. Free him now. Get him out of there. He won his case.
Yep.
The worst atrocities in history have all been legal. All the worst examples of genocide, slavery, tyranny, and bloodshed have been allowed or actively facilitated by the state. This one's my favorite. The Democratic Party is doing exactly what anyone who knows anything predicted it would do when they reclaimed the White House and Senate, and it's going to be rad watching American liberals learn exactly 0 lessons from it. That's right. They're going to turn around and blame the left.
Yep.
Yeah. Right after Biden was sworn in, I wrote that the next 2 years are going to be the Democratic Party that's most transparent, because the Democratic Party exists to kill all leftward movement in the most powerful government on earth. So watch the mental gymnastics people do to claim that the problem is not electing the right kind of Democrats. And here we go. Unreal. It's crazy how easy it is to brand yourself as an up-and-coming, up-punching anti-fascist without ever actually opposing the most fascistic agendas of the most powerful government on earth. Love it. She's so good. And then my favorite
Facebook
one,
changing its name to Meta.
Yep. And then notice how none of the Australians who oppose their government are asking the U.S. for crushing economic sanctions like U.S. puppets and nations like Venezuela do. That's because they're not being paid to ask for those things by CIA fronts like the National Endowment for Democracy, the NED. No normal person asks to be starved.
Right.
And of course,
Yeah.
the best argument against the current world order is the world order itself. We're destroying our biosphere while flirting with nuclear Armageddon and waging endless wars. And those who shape global policies are focusing on censoring the internet and giving everyone a digital ID. Thanks for that.
Woo! I got a digital ID, baby. Like
Everybody
what?
hook up Caitlin if you can. Throw her a couple of bucks on Ko-fi, Patreon, PayPal, Bitcoin wallet. She makes all of her stuff
Send
available
your
for
lunch
free.
money.
And again, as long as you're not an asshole, you're welcome. Racist platforms excluded has her permission to republish. Free of charge. But I, of course, give her all the credit in the world because she's freaking awesome. So, now, we're going to try a little something different. I don't know if this is going to work.
I watch YouTube. And I watch mindless shit. Like car crashes. I just love watching car crashes. I'm watching boat crashes. There's this guy. Yeah. There's the inlet in Florida where the waves knock all the boats over. I just watch it forever. And I like watching people fly out of the boats. And then boats that smash into other boats. I just keep watching it.
Boats that smash into other boats.
Oh, you gave me the intro?
I gave you the Jimmy intro.
Yeah.
I watch YouTube. Okay. And I watch mine.
Hold on. Now wait. What? Oh, I know why. So I need to go to this one. No, what's going on? Now I don't see Reef. Hold on. We're looking at the wrong screen.
Oh, because you have it on iPad thing still.
Yes, because I moved you.
Yep. That's okay.
Here it is.
We can do that intro again and go with that.
Let me move this up. There you are.
Oh, I have that one. I was going to play that one.
What? What one? Oh, you were going to play the Jimmy one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
I'll
Then
pull up the War Deer one.
hold on. Let me resize you.
Oh, you're
because
gonna switch it?
You're in the other thing here, and then I will.
Okay.
Why is it doing that? So weird.
Don't worry. It won't take me 30 minutes to get through both, so we're doing good on time.
Yeah. I see you
Oh.
here. I see you there. I see you there. Hey, we're good. Go. You're good.
All right.
I think we're good.
Cool. Pew! Cool. Boats, everyone. Everyone's favorite segment.
Boats crashing.
Clips crashing into other clips. So I don't know if everyone heard, right? But
wait, why am I watching this show? Okay, now we're a little lagged. I'm still seeing the end of Caitlin Johnstone.
Yep. Yeah, it's like it's like more than 7 seconds.
Oh, it's taking a little while to get caught up here.
Yep.
Nice.
So,
now I can watch me resize this on screen while we're doing that. Nice. Echo. Who's got echo?
I don't think anyone. Hopefully not me.
Are you muting?
But
the stream?
I don't think so. Yeah. Seems muted. But I was just playing the segment again. So anyway,
I don't know why I'm looking.
Make sure you're
stream. Why are you watching the stream?
Let me listen. Oh, because I don't. I had it just muted. Now I don't. Now there's echo. Okay, I forgot I can't do that with the thing.
Thanks, dude.
I mean, I wasn't doing that. I had it muted. So anyway, but I wanted to explain to people, right, where we get boats smashing into other boats. So it was on Joe Rogan, right, where Jimmy they got on the subject of like cable and how terrible it is, and Jimmy says he doesn't watch it. He watches mindless stuff like boats smashing into other boats, which I do as well when, I'm chock full of terrible, like depressing news stories. I have to like wipe the memory bank with just mindless stuff. So Indy started going, "Are you watching boats?" And it just stuck. But I did want to showcase a little bit of news at the front. So New York becomes the first state to prohibit employers from testing both current and prospective employees for marijuana usage. So I just thought people would enjoy that.
I do enjoy that.
That'll be nice. That'll be nice for New York employers.
Sure.
So pressure's on, I guess, for the weed stuff. If an employee is visually impaired or work or possesses marijuana on the job, an employer would be able to test and penalize a worker. Apparently, there's some exceptions. Still legal in the federal level. Federal employees still have to have it tested, but apparently the state control board met Thursday on a second time, officially launching early this month, and issued a new draft regulations for medical marijuana patients to grow plants at home, which is also very choice.
Nice.
So,
well, they're gonna have to grow inside
big
because of course in the wintertime you're not gonna be able to.
Yep. Although there is cold weather strains out there, those exist. So, Alaska's got some pretty choice stuff, I hear. But yeah, so some good news.
Okay,
I think.
I like that. So no more weed testing in New York. We like that.
And speaking of, weed and Halloween, this is what I want to go get for Halloween. Is a nice pumpkin pale full
What's
of
in
green.
there?
I'm very down for that.
What's in
That's
there?
that's herb.
Again, why am I seeing something behind? Oh, I think that's why. I think I've got some transparency back there. There you go. I still see like
But
your Google Drive thing with my article is showing up behind like all my articles and links. I see it in the white of the. There you go. Hey, I see some
and it's fine
green
now.
now, and I still see some words, but
I
why did
don't
it do
know. Yeah,
that?
they're like smoky point.
Why did it
I
do
don't
that?
know. I think it might be my browser or something.
I think it is your
Something picks it
browser
up weird.
because it still says
It's something
PIP. I think this is
strange.
still pipeline, like Colonial pipeline is bleeding through
Yeah,
the
it's like
weed. The word pipeline. How weird.
yeah. Maybe there's. Hold on. Let me just do this.
Caitlin's post.
Is that okay?
I'm going to start reading through chat just while you're doing that.
Okay. I think it's fixed now. So, but yeah. So, is it visible now? I think. Hopefully you can see.
Yeah, well, sort of.
Right? Yeah, let me
It looks a little
let me go
moldy.
into OBS.
I don't know what's going on
Yeah,
with
I
that.
think
And
that's
then half
hold
of
on.
like Reddit Premium is showing up on the side there by your face. I don't know why that is.
Yeah, that's just Reddit's things. Hold on.
They're annoying.
Let me go to this and turn off. How about that? How about if I
Oh,
turn
that's
that
better.
off right there?
Hey, I like that. That looked good.
So why does it do that? That's weird.
Lucky Burrito, welcome. How are you? Good
I'll
to
have to
see
figure
you.
that out. Cool. That makes a lot more sense, doesn't it? That looks a lot better. Nice green weed.
It definitely looks better when it's green.
Yep. But yeah. So happy Halloween, everyone. Let's get started with the actual boat. Yep. And now I need to. You're right. Why is this like a ridiculous
Obnoxiously
scale
big?
now?
Because your whole thing is zoomed in for some reason.
That's it. 250% crazy size. And then that's kind of small, right? Ooh. How about there? That good?
How about there? Is it?
All right, so we actually have boats this time. We have boats.
And what is that boat going to do? Let me guess. Is it going to smash into another boat?
I showed this on Deere's Extra Bull. I just wanted everyone to go check that out as well. But this is we're sailing and we just
man overboard.
Got caught by that jib. Got caught by that jib and went sailing. I love the panic run in the air. The just little air runnies.
The feet kicking. Yeah.
Right?
Wow.
Yep. Air runnies.
Okay.
So yep. We got some air runnies in there. This was interesting with more boats. Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
Everyone off the boat. Everybody off the boat.
Oh, my God.
Everybody off the boat. Everybody off the boat.
Wow. Man, that was fast.
That was so fast. It was like, I think it might be clipped out. I'm not sure because it goes from like here to here.
Boy.
Right? The actual, there's like some frames missing in there, I think.
Boy, that escalated quickly.
But that did escalate quickly. Abrupt chaos. Yep.
All right, I'm going to try closing Brave because I'm having weird issues and I don't think I'm using Brave at all right now. If I lose you.
Okay.
Oh, well.
You're good. You can also probably your string closed. There we go. So
Yeah,
we have some more boats, and these are expensive boats.
Oh boy.
These are the expensive kind.
Your reefer box.
These are fiberglass sails.
Kind of weird with your bomb cam in the corner.
Okay. Let me make sure that's fixed. Oh, is it because I have...
You're showing the frame.
This one and not this one?
Yeah, there you go. Hey, nice.
Yeah.
Much better.
We're figuring tech out, guys. I swear we are.
On it. We're still working on it.
We got expensive boats, gorgeous water.
Oh, boat smashing another boat! There it is!
Boats smashing into other boats.
That's what I was waiting for. Oh my goodness.
When we have this segment, feel free to share with Jim Jam. I'm sure he will appreciate those boats smashing into other boats.
Well,
let's go again. I wish Reddit had... I wish we had slow-mo. I wish the truck could send us slow-mo.
Did that really just go over people? It sure did.
No, I don't think it did. I think the people moved.
I don't know about.
The people are all like.
I do not.
The people are more towards the bow than aft.
Oh, somebody
one
went
definitely
in the water.
jumps.
One
definitely jumps.
He would have been hit. But
yeah,
I think the boat just went through that boat, and damn. Ow.
Yeah. Well, and it caught all those strings, so all your sails are gone.
Holy moly!
You know.
Bye.
And I think those are No, they're not. But
I like the black sails. Those are pretty badass.
Yeah, those are clean. Yeah.
And those are expensive boats. Damn.
Those are expensive boats.
Those are like America's Cup type of boats.
Ooh, I love that.
You'll feel that.
That one's so good.
Sure. Okay. What's next?
Speaking of feel that in the morning. Right, this is idiots in cars. Another choice subreddit. Oh, I gotta get. Oh, wow! Right in the face.
Oh,
it's like,
and he successfully avoided being hit to only be hit by the sign.
Hit by the thing. Yeah.
Wow.
Yep. I love, but to me, if he ran the other way, right, he would be safe. If he ran the other way, he would have been fine.
Yeah, behind the tree, for example.
Yeah.
Don't run behind the pole that can get knocked over. That's a word of advice.
Knocked over. Yes. Yeah.
Good word of advice. Don't run behind the pole that can get knocked over.
Yep. I wish there was sound for this clip. Sound would make that just very choice, because you would have heard that ka-tang like of the pole.
Oh,
you know,
that's
what. If there's any Foley artists in there that can add that for me, I would appreciate that. But anyway, we have another, dad zone clip.
Okay.
And kids are fucking stupid subreddit, right? We have a garage. So many things could happen in a garage.
Oh boy.
Oh, garage door opens. Kid runs.
Oh,
just to flat. To flat.
Oh,
and just child
kid.
Upset.
Oh, that poor kid, my God. Oh, that's concussion right
I just
there.
love that this is why we learn. This is how we learn.
Thank God kids are resilient. Oh my God. And he's okay.
Yes.
Wow.
They're designed that way. They're fine.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sure they're just more scared than they are hurt.
Oh.
But still.
Oh.
I love the just to flat. The to flat is the just to flat. Oh, so that's got hit in the back of the head too, because that kid doesn't know how to like tuck the chin or nothing,
Oh, dude, you get hit that hard, you're not thinking about tucking the chin. Wow. Oh. That's a
No.
kid. That's terrible. That's terrible, man. Oh, as a dad, that hurts.
Yep. So we have a bicycle race, right? And
Bicycle race.
it's literally
bicycle, bicycle. That's what makes me think.
So this guy, here's the front of the pack. We're right here at the front of the race here, right?
Oh no! I have a feeling there's a bike coming in somewhere. Oh no! Oh, I don't think he's gonna be winning.
Yeah, so I want to know what happened afterwards. That guy was definitely gonna win.
Did it cause like a train of crashes, or did they actually successfully manage to avoid these guys in the middle of the road?
Oh, this guy just goes boop, and just like he's gonna definitely get like past, you know.
Okay.
But yeah, that sucks. That's some.
Is he going too fast to be able to move? Is the question, or does he wipe out too?
Who knows?
Oof.
We'll never know.
Oof.
Yep.
Next.
Yep. So we have another giant beach ball.
Follow the bouncing ball.
Right? Yes. Everyone follow the bouncing ball. Oh! That's it. That's where the video ends.
That doesn't
right
look
there.
real. That does not look real.
That's
play that again.
Play that again.
Doink.
Woo!
Oh,
just
again,
hits
somebody
the
just
kid.
Unassuming back of the head. Ouch.
Yeah. I think
Nice.
that's front of the head.
Warren, that's called a learning experience. Oh. Oh. Wow.
Whip. Just gone.
Brutal.
Oh. I'm gonna take the rest of the day off. That's what this one's called.
Okay. Oh. You're lucky.
And he's okay. You know how I know?
Survive. Well, at least, yeah. Well, because he gets out of the truck.
He's fine. Yeah, he's fine. Like
wow.
it does. Like it is like perfectly fine. Like he's whip, and then it's just like oh, and he's good, and he's okay. He's fine.
What?
Like
what?
Like it's just that little thing, like right there.
How?
Like just goes the right way for him.
Luckiest.
Buy a lottery ticket. Like.
Oh my gosh.
Darwin Award winner. We found some Darwin Awards. So we're at the top of a stairwell. Okay? Sure. Top of a stairwell. Now, take your bets on how far he went down. How many floors do you think he went?
4.
4 floors. You're going 4 floors. You know, chat. I'm sure you're gonna. You know, our bookies are taking your bets now.
Take your bets. Take your bets. Place your bets.
He lands 1 floor down.
Ow.
Well, 1 floor down.
4 floors down. He probably would have not been able to show this on here. And you're gonna get me DMCA'd again.
Am I?
Content struck for.
Am I DMCA'd? What is Facebook's problem? Have they not watched like Holmes' funniest videos?
Seriously.
You know? Like, so we go on to the Ren Fair. We head to the Ren Fair. Indy, have you ever been to a Ren Fair?
I have. The maidens and wenches.
Okay.
And kingly dudes.
Yep. Big giant turkey legs.
Yep.
You know? Like, so sometimes they do these little fights now. Right? Oh.
Ow.
Just shield bash down. Tell me how the grass tastes, little man. And just bow like So good. So good. Like, that's crazy. And he's out. He's done. Do
Yeah.
do 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 do
Is that the ancient version of the guys? Oh my god!
Yes.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
that is freaking
Marin
hilarious.
Fair version. Do
Oh,
do do
they do
do
that. I love it.
do.
I
So
love
good, right?
I love it.
Oh, what could go wrong trying to spin around in a wheel?
Oh, I can't even imagine.
This is definitely Russia. Hey, that guy's wearing my shirt.
This is Ratchet.
Oh! Should we catch that one again?
Yeah, ow.
That one needs to be caught again. The sound is what gets me. The sound is the thing.
Oh,
Boing,
dong.
like a gong played expertly. Just, you know. Oh, we are almost done with boats. So I know Tara, friend of the show, Tara's super loves her horsies.
Oh boy.
Right. So I just want you to know that I would love to see horse wrestling. That's what I want to see because
That's called the suplex.
Yep.
Oh,
That's like what?
Yeah, you don't want to have that
like
land on you. Damn, that's a big animal.
that sucks.
That's gonna hurt.
Yeah. Oh, that's good. I think this is one of those like we're trying to get the horse to learn how to carry this lady, and the horse is like, nope, no, like, and just to flat.
Oh.
Like that's crazy. I want to see it one more time. One more loop.
Ah!
Oh, I love
you
it.
don't get to see her afterwards. Kind of thankful for that.
No. Yeah, because she's so like not happy. Oh. Do you have any Polish friends, Indy?
Probably.
One of my favorite words they use is this one coming up.
Whoa! Oh! Wow, that's painful. That's
their fuck. Every language has got to have a fuck in there. That's Poland's. Kurwa.
Oh, Warren's saying the video is really slow. Damn it. Verizon
Weird.
Or Optimum, whoever it is. I think I think it's because I tried to load a browser or something and it's just getting choked with everything else that's happening.
I wonder why your internet is like, it's normally fine.
Yeah. And it's like after midnight too. Well, OBS is still showing 22% of my CPU used. We really got to get that new computer for me.
PC built. Yeah. Once we get that done, it'll fix itself, I think. So I have another animal clip here. Right. This is my animals fucking up humans. Little spot. So we gotta. Do you see that gray wall in front of them?
Is that an elephant?
That is an elephant. Bip.
Wow.
I hope he's okay. I think he's okay.
Really pushing over an elephant right there? Jeez. Holy moly.
Yeah. Yep. I mean, you thought cow tipping was hard.
Oh my.
Whoop. And I just love how like Looney Tunes that flip is. You know, like, and then he gets bonked with the elephant foot. Like,
that foot's bigger than him.
I know. It's like getting hit with like a tree trunk, just bow.
Yeah.
Like to the back of the head. Like he's definitely ringing in his ears at least. So I have the last one from boats crashing into other boats today. This is our last one tonight.
Oh no.
So I want you to see the setup here.
Oh no.
We have
she's going right
seems to
through
be
this.
like a 2x4. a 2x4
Oh, she's
thing
going
and
right
like
through.
a mattress. Yeah, and this is high up for like this is not.
Oh,
Oh,
is
we get a
not...
countdown.
Oh!
Are you okay? I think they're okay.
That looks
think
like
they're
right out of
okay.
Backyard Wrestling. Oh my God. Play that again.
Play that again. Throw it up, coming off the top rope.
Oh. Onto a table. Oh, and she missed the bed on top of it.
Oh.
But I don't think that it would have
I'm
mattered
hoping
if
that
she had
broke.
hit the middle. It's just
Yeah,
all 4 legs would have collapsed. That's all. Damn.
yeah. I mean, that's. I think it might have broke away enough to like I don't. I think they're like you definitely broke a 2x4 and that sucks. But like, I think that might have like slowed the momentum enough to like be
Ouch.
okay.
Ouch. Damn.
But yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, so that was
Boats.
That was boats. And finally, looking at chat. Bring new sub. Thank you, whoever just subbed.
I see Steve Cutler just joined us. Shout out Steve.
Thanks to Steve.
And Lucky
He
Burrito.
just subbed on YouTube too. Thank you. So again, we're pretty much wrapping up now.
Stream.
Yep. I'm glad you guys were able to make it before we cut out, but this is the current Substack, Leftist.today, also independentleftnews.substack.com. This is even the one from tonight, and you can actually see the live stream if I hit play, and you'd be able to watch this live. Hey, what's going on right there? I turned on embedding, so it does work now. And all of our links.
I'm going to put my YouTube channel in the chat as well, so that when I do boats crashing into other boats, people can go find that over on my channel.
Right.
Let me grab my channel link.
Let's move Reef over
here
and down. Down. There he is. Hey.
Well, it's been a good show.
Yeah, this was
even
fun.
through the tech difficulties, I think.
Again, check out the link tree. This is all the links. So, including the show, link to the this is a playlist on YouTube for all the show live streams and clips that we post during the week of all of the different segments. The Substack, the website, Discord. Join the Discord. That's a good time. I think everybody here is in the Discord, but if you're not, check that out. Twitter, YouTube, Insta, Facebook group. And then we get into the more obscure ones. Telegram, Twitch, Odyssey, Rumble. We're now on Rumble. Vimeo, podcast, Patreon. Hook us up with coffees. Cash App. Now there's actually a link to go to Cash App, so you can actually hook me up with a Cash App. And PayPal as well. There's a link to our PayPal business account, so you can hook us up.